So bounties are a new addition to Rival. These have the random chance to appear before each match, and they're going to pit you and your opponents against each other in different ways. So what that means is, say you and I are about to hop into a match of Rivals, and we see a bounty. Let's say it's the last strike bounty in this example. That means that even if you wind up beating me and I'm down 3 or 4-0, if I'm able to get that last goal of the game, I'm still going to walk away with something. That's kind of the whole point of bounties, is to give you moments of the game to lean into that otherwise might have not felt like it was a super valuable use of your time. So rewards for bounties can include packs, Rivals stage skips, coins, and a few other things, but we're going to release more tuning details as we get closer to launch.
It's so common for us to play a lot of Rivals matches back to back. You're winning, you're losing, you're drawing, you're going back and forth, but this gives you something a bit more like dynamic to play for, and helps add some more variety to the match-to-match competitions.
The removal of playoffs, extremely excited about. As somebody who has gone through, and it might feel like for our most skilled players, it's an unnecessary skill check that just adds more time to your session every week. It's kind of a common theme about both Rivals and the new change to playoffs, is we want to give you time back so that you can spend that doing SBCs, playing gauntlets, playing events. It's important, the time that you spend in Rivals, because the more wins you get, the faster you'll be able to qualify for Champions. But also we're going to require you to play less Rivals matches for your weekly rewards as well.
There's a lot of, like you talk to devs or vocal people in the community, and they tend to be people playing Qualify for Champions every week. There's a lot of people out there who don't qualify for Champions, and they don't have like a special competition to play on the weekend. So I'm excited about those players getting hands-on with the new competition that they can get excited for on the weekend and actually have a chance in. It always felt weird that you couldn't evolve goalkeepers from the beginning. So we heard that feedback, and it's really been the community feedback that's been driving the need for us to develop it this year.
It's something we wanted to get to. We weren't sure like how high to prioritize it against everything else and the community's voice we heard.
So it feels like it's the right time for us to finally say, okay, hey, now we finally added this feature that it's been missing for a long time. And I'm excited that I can finally have an all evolution squad without the goalkeeper being the odd one out. That's always been my pain. So 26 is the year for that.
And repeatable evolutions?
Yeah, so repeatable evos too. Really bringing it to parity with the systems we have in like SBCs and objectives, where I think for different players it might mean different things. For me, I can't wait to take a single player through an evolution multiple times to bring them from a bronze to a high tier player.
I want to do my Canada squad. I'll try to evolve every Canadian player that I can possibly get so that I can bring them up to a competitive level, because aside from the women's team, we're not quite there yet from the men. So bringing in my hybrid Canada squad into multiple evos, that's what I want it for.
For us, it's so important to always really be listening to the community, but now more than ever, I think we play the game ourselves. We're devs, but we also are passionate about the game. And so often the things that we're interested in are, resonated and bounced off of the community. And it felt like the right time, if you look across the board, the features that had been developed between competitive gameplay, live events, the updates we made to Rivals. There's a lot of things that lined up that felt like powerful stories for our community that they'd be delighted about, not just as one-offs, but as a whole package put together.
I think it's been years in the making. Like we've been working with a design council, which is like trusted members of the community that we're continuing to look to expand. It's great to hear the community feedback, but if we can't action on the changes, then it's not as useful. So even from a organizational structure, we're now poised to deliver community changes and expected to continue to deliver community changes. Like, this isn't a, hey, we listened to you and we're done. This is how we're going to build our game moving forward.
Yeah, so in 26, we're adding a system really, for players who sequentially, repeatedly disconnect rush matches will begin to be notified, first of all, that they shouldn't be disconnecting because it's punishing both either their teammates or their opponents. And the more you do it, you'll begin to reach thresholds where you can incur a matchmaking penalty that will incur a time limit that's visible to the player on how long you have to wait before you can matchmake again. Very similar to what other online experiences have. For any live event or really tournaments, we can configure the amount of entries a player has available. So it's maybe we can configure. But yeah, it's knockout football at its best. It's up to 4 rounds of competitive play, where each round you play an opponent on the same round as you. So we guarantee that the matchups are going to be epic, whether you're in the round of 16 or the finals. And on top of that, we can combine it with a lot of the other toolkits in our game, like squad requirements, or the brand new thing we've added this year, entry requirements. So we can say, hey, this is a tournament that requires you to have completed a qualifier event to even become eligible for. So we can start telling really epic event sagas that are reflective of what you see in real life in our game.
I think that was one of the challenges with the original tournaments is everyone could enter it. So our most core players absolutely loved tournaments because they were basically almost guaranteed to win 4 in a row. And for casual players, it wasn't a great feeling. So we're able to better bring content that matters to more of our players through this. And one of the things that we're really excited to be able to do is with our linked events now, say that in order to qualify for this really elite tournament, you have to prove that you've even won this first tournament. So we're going to be able to do some really, really fun things in 26 that we just couldn't do before. We know that the amount of content that we have in our game right now, it's really hard to keep up with. Like we feel it ourselves. So there's definitely we're still working on the tuning. I can't say definitively what it's going to be, but it's an aligned approach from all levels of the org that less is more, and we want to give people less content that matters more. And that's our approach to 26, and it'll feel different than 25 right from the start.